New horror story. Trapped in the spaces between reality. My name is Noah, and I have been trapped in spaces between spaces for 73 days. I am recording this message on my phone, which somehow still has battery despite the impossibility of that fact. If someone finds this recording, do not try to find me. Do not investigate the places I will describe. Some doors should never be opened. It started when I got lost in the Westfield shopping center after closing time. I had been working late in the food court, finishing a report on my laptop, when security accidentally locked me inside. The mall after hours is a different creature entirely. Without the crowds and noise, it becomes something else, something wrong. I tried calling for help, but my phone showed no signal despite being indoors where I always had full bars. The emergency exits were locked, their red lights casting everything in an ominous glow. I decided to wait until morning in the central atrium, but when I tried to retrace my steps, the layout had changed. Corridors that should have led back to the food court instead opened onto identical hallways lined with empty storefronts. The mannequins in the windows seemed to track my movement with their plastic eyes. The escalators continued running despite the power being shut off, their mechanical humming echoing through the vast emptiness. I walked for hours through spaces that defied the mall's original architecture. Hallways stretched impossibly long, filled with the same beige carpet and fluorescent lighting that flickered in patterns that almost seemed like Morse code. I passed the same Hudson News kiosk 17 times, each time noticing that the magazines had different covers showing events that had not yet happened. Then I found the door marked Authorized Personnel Only that led to the real between places. Beyond that door lay a network of spaces that existed in the gaps between normal reality. Endless office buildings with no companies, just cubicles filled with computers that typed messages to no one. Hotel corridors that stretched for miles, lined with doors that opened onto the same empty room. Airport terminals where the departure boards showed flights to destinations that did not exist. I have been walking through these liminal spaces for over 2 months now. I encounter no other people, but I am not alone. Something moves through these places, something that feeds on the discomfort and wrongness that permeates every surface. I hear it in the distance sometimes, a sound like furniture being dragged across linoleum floors. The worst part is the realization that came to me last week. These spaces are not separate from our world. They exist underneath it, in the moments between footsteps, in the pause between words, in the space between thoughts. Every empty hallway you have ever walked down connects to this network. Every time you have felt that uncanny wrongness in a deserted building, you were sensing the proximity of the between places. But the most terrifying discovery came yesterday when I found a door that led back to the real world. Through the glass, I could see the Westfield shopping center during normal hours, filled with shoppers and noise and life. I tried to open the door, but it would not budge. On the other side of the glass, I saw myself. Another version of me going about my normal life, completely unaware that the real me was trapped in the spaces between reality. I watched myself finish my report in the food court. I watched myself pack up my laptop and walk toward the exit. I watched myself glance at a door marked Authorized Personnel Only with curious eyes. I pounded on the glass and screamed warnings, but the other me could not hear. He reached for the handle of that door, and I realized the horrible truth. This has happened before. Many times. I am caught in a loop, watching infinite versions of myself discover the between places and become trapped, while new versions replace me in the real world. The door is opening again. Another version of me is about to enter the liminal spaces, and I will have to watch him realize what I have realized. But this time, I notice something different. The other me is not alone. He is with someone I recognize. He is with you. You are about to open that door. Do not open that door. Please do not. Thank you for listening. If you really like the story, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more daily horror stories. Thanks.